Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and this is the Jetstream Sam DLC package. And it will be played on Revengeance difficulty, so I will be taking you through the game and guiding you through the process of how to be victorious over this extremely difficult package. Now, first of all, I have to mention a few things. Do you see my field cells there? I'm one short of having all of them. If you were around a couple of days ago, I had several of these uploads for this campaign, and if you don't remember, I'll just let you know I had all the fuel cells maxed out. What happened was I inadvertently deleted all of my data by restarting my campaign somehow. I don't know how it happened. All I know is that it did happen, and I was very perturbed. And it's one of those things where they usually have things like that foolproof so that people can't do that, but it wasn't optimized and tested and guaranteed against that enough, because it's something that shouldn't happen, but it did. So I lost all my progression and had to redo the campaign. I still had all my collectibles and everything that I had found, and I had gotten to the second and final phase of the Armstrong boss fight. Now, you might also be thinking, well, you probably just gave up, and you're just saying that you deleted everything probably yourself because you're not very good at the game and you gave up. I did give up. I was pissed, but I came back to everything and found that I was on Armstrong, but I had none of my upgrades and one healing item. I'm sorry, but that boss fight, I'll barely be able to beat it with 5, because it's outrageously difficult, purely based on luck. There's absolutely no skill about it whatsoever, which is ironic because this entire campaign is a skill-based campaign. Everything is pared down to the basic functions. It's heavily focused on player skill. There's no stealth, there's no AR mode, they're just the basic functions. There's no things, the battle points are completely irrelevant because you can't buy anything. There are no checkpoint. There's no. It's a admittedly, it's a fairly short campaign, but if you want to go back to any one particular spot or area, you can't. You have to go to the very beginning. So it makes it difficult. So what's going to happen is I'll be pretty much avoiding all of these enemies here because they aren't fun to fight. If you can slay an enemy like this thing here, you're highly skilled, but they're not fun to fight. They're fun to stealth kill. And here's the camera doing its thing when it tries to correct itself and there's enemies on the screen. I hate this package. I think it's some of the worst content I've ever played. Not because it's DLC, but just because it's very poorly optimized, and it's just a shell of what the main campaign is. It has very little charm. It's completely functional though. It works fine, and I can't stop playing it because it is enjoyable, the combat, as much as the combat can be with this character who he has less iframes when he parries, but it's pretty much trash epitomized. Now, if you want to run away, go ahead, but I'm just telling my feelings because I have played the main campaign. If I just played this, I would be really impressed, but I'm heavily biased because I played the main campaign. Who wouldn't have played it if they're already playing this? It's more content, but it's horrible content. Because, like, for instance, right there, like, those are the only enemies that you can stealth kill. Oh, there's some lag for you. Pretty much the only enemies you can stealth kill. The sliders you can stealth kill too, but if you're coming up on an enemy, he has to be very secluded, and if you don't get the sword into the square right away, you get alerted. So the stealth was, for me, one of the funnest aspects of the game because it was unique, and it was something that it really shined for me because there was enemies, large-scale enemies like the geckos, Like, you wouldn't even think you can stealth something like that, and you could. And it was fantastic because it actually did require some, some critical thinking on your part. But it's just this is trash.